I'm in Ferguson because I respect life. I try to be a compassionate person. I respect people's basic right to just exist, and even if there's some sort of discrepancy or misunderstanding regarding the law, I respect people's rights to due process. And this young man, Michael Brown, had all of that stripped from him in an instant, and the fact that he is someone who could be my son, the fact that he's someone who could be me, the fact that he's someone who I relate to on a lot of levels, being a black man and my experience in America, it just really touched me in a way that the news stories couldn't capture. I saw a lot of celebrities who could be using their voice to really help people to understand the justifiable rage going on here, really become critical of some of the other aspects of the looters, or critical of Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson. But these are people who never speak out on behalf of the people. And it's like you use your platform to speak out to criticize the people. It made me want to show up myself so I could shine a light on the real protest movement that's going on here. A lot of people think that because they choose to ignore protests on a daily basis, they choose to ignore injustice on a daily basis, that the whole world is acting like that. And so they ask questions like, well, why is there no protest when a black man shoots a black man? Or what about black on black crime? And they ask these silly, irrelevant questions that distract and deflect away from these things that happen to John Crawford and Eric Gardner and Renisha McBride and Mike Brown. You know, so it's like it's such a ill pattern that I felt like I had to go past the retweets at this point.
Now, these young people here in Ferguson are showing also something very different in the movement. And I think one of the things that I don't like that I'm seeing is how particularly the young people that don't fall under what we call the respectable politics are being talked about. This is their community. They are just as articulate. They might not say it in the language that academics like or journalists and all that, but this is their hood. We just came from where Michael Brown was slain and laid. These young men were showing us stab wounds from the police. Oh, this happened to me when I was 10, oh, and then 12, and then the cop did this, and look at what they did, and they did this to my wife, and then Our communities are being terrorized by law enforcement. As Talib said, we live in that post-911 world where it's not only law enforcement, it's now a militarized police apparatus that is literally trying to contain us. So yesterday, when that cop tells that young kid, basically, stop breathing, so anything being black or brown is subject to you being executed at any given moment in this country.